Hey guys, how are you today? Tonight? Surprise! Probably thought, hey, he's not on at 7, he's not going live. Oops. Let's see. I got to pause the stream on the other end here because I can hear it double in my headphones. So, how you all doing tonight? Whoop, whoop. Friday Eve, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and say hello to a few people, see who's in here. Shalano Sanchez is in the house, numero uno. Jeanette Williams, much love, respect, thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you, 631 slots. Good evening to you as well. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Awesome. We got 10 people in here at the moment. Muggsy is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Draper Mortimer, hello, hello. How are you? How's life treating you? My buddy Eileen Vale of the fam. She is always ever ready. She sees people go live. She's totally there. Much love, thumbs up and a high five. Tammy Jackson, howdy, howdy. Oh, man. The Angel Muniz Variety Show. Yes. There you go. Much love to you, man. Hopefully life is treating you well tonight. Colorado Fisher. Not much tonight. I was hoping to master this whole, I was hoping to get OBS working so that I could have music playing while using StreamYard. But I haven't quite figured all of that stuff out just yet, but I am definitely working on it. And I also want to have people up on the panel tonight. I want to have some awesome folks up here tonight. Barefoot Adventures, welcome, my friend. Great to have you. Great to see you. Tales of the Solstice is up in his house. Yes, on a wonderful Thursday night. Great to see you. Barefoot Adventures, great channel. Love outdoor channels, as you can see. Yes, I love outdoor channel too. Colorado Fisher, I got to check you out. I got to check your channel out. That is for darn sure. So we got 11 awesome people in here. Let me go ahead and put the link out there. If anybody wants to come up on the panel, I think that would be totally awesome. Joshua Coe, welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Boop. There we go. So I'll just put that out there if anybody's interested in coming on up and hanging out. And this is basically a chill with Gil stream. My friends are frozen. Hopefully not literally. At work taking a breath. Joseph Grollman, how are you, buddy? It's great to see you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to swing in and say hello, man. I'm out of Pepsi, so I'm drinking Kool-Aid. It's okay, bet. I like your live streams. Trying to make some. I work a lot of times, but it's always relaxing. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here, man. Seriously. And I'm glad you feel that way. It's a nice, safe environment for people to be able to come in, chill, relax, and just, shoot the breeze, man. Get to know a few new people if you want to. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I mean, there are people that just come in and lurk, they don't say anything in the chat, and that's okay too. I think it's totally awesome. No, there's nothing wrong with Kool-Aid. In fact, my wife kept buying this generic she likes the pink lemonade and the regular lemonade, and she likes the iced tea. Well, I really don't like any of them. And I'm like, can you buy some Kool-Aid? Sometime like fruit punch Kool-Aid? She's like, nobody will drink that. I'm like, watch me. Of course, the container didn't last a week. This is the last of it. Good stuff. Check out the featured area on my channel. Oh boy. Okay. All right. I'll go to your channel right now. When somebody tells me to check out their featured channel, I got to check it out right away. So let's do that. Oop, featured. Come on, Bob. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I'm at the top of the list. Holy guacamole. And anchovies. Wow. Gil Skills and Gil Skills Live, the numero uno and dos, with Maniac Variety in there. Number at a close number 3. I agree. I agree with that assessment. I think Hunting Stuff with J&J and Maniac Variety would be tied for the 3rd place. What do you think? Viewed this. Only when you are a lurker viewed this. Only when you are a lurker. But when you start talking in the chat, you're no longer a lurker. But it's all good either way. It's great to have you, my friend. I don't have any Twinkies tonight. There you go. I wish I did, though. I really do wish I did. Not a great gamer says tissues and toilets. It is good to see you. I thought you were going to say tissues and trolls and then start breaking out into a song. That would be kind of funny. Tissues and trolls. Anyway, so I hope you're having a great night. Great to see all of you. The Creator Spotlight Show. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you there. All right. Oh my gosh, got a bit of inception going on here. Eileen, thank you for doing that. I really do appreciate you doing that. Let me go back to the main plane here. And let me also put the link out again for anyone that might want to join the panel. Don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid. There we go. I won't bite much. Desiree Fournier, it's great to see you. Much love to you. Desiree, that invitation's out there for you too. That link will take you directly to the panel should you decide you would like to be a part of the panel tonight. And it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to be in for the entire stream. Some people just come in for 5-10 minutes just to say hello and shoot the breeze, and then they get on with their day. It's totally cool. Rebecca Rowe, welcome. Great to have you. Great to see you. How's life treating you? Yeah, look at all these people. Excuse me. There we go. So yeah, not a whole lot going on other than the fact that we're almost upon our Friday, our payday. I found out I got a raise today. So yeah, there's a little bit of celebration in there tonight for that. A whopping 1%. Hooray for that. In all honesty, though, I'm grateful I just still have a job. So, not that I don't deserve that job, but I'm just grateful I have one nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. I'm grateful that I, get to keep my regular pay, let alone get a 17 cents an hour raise. So I'm very happy with that either way. Thanks, guys. Yeehaw. So any big plans for any big plans for your channels? Any particular, darn it, what's going on here? Any particular plans for your channels? Any milestones coming up? Let's talk about these things. Absolutely, Tales of the Solstice. I completely agree. And all kidding and sarcasm aside, I'm just grateful to have a job, and I wouldn't have griped even if I didn't get a raise. So, like I said, and I told my boss this too. He's like, I'm just grateful to have a job, man. He's like, well, we're grateful to have you. I'm like, okay, well, we're in mutual agreement. We're both grateful. Hey, Tales of the Solstice merch store finally got set up. I'll have to check that out. That means y'all have to go check that out and see what's up with that. I am surprised. Not a one of you. Do I smell? Man, maybe I do smell. I don't know. No, it can't be me. Can't be me. Because nobody wants to come up on the panel tonight. Holy moly, we got 17 people in there, and not a one of you want to come up here. Going to Big E tomorrow. Big E. You'll have to forgive me, Joseph. What do you mean by that? It's pretty late at night, and I just got up from a nap. Tomorrow is my interview with R5 Adventures on DeGeorge Syndrome. Wow. Eileen, it's going to be a great interview, man. It's going to be a great interview. Maniac Variety had a behind the scenes, with her, or behind the channel interview with her, and it turned out wonderful. Barefoot Adventures is okay. Bye. No, don't go anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. I'm glad you're here, man. Barefoot Adventures. JD Night 7. It's great to see you. Great to have you. Scrapping together. Howdy. How's life treating you guys? Oh, my goodness. Oh, not a great gamer. Howdy.
Hi. Just make it fucking weird up here. Hello.
Hello. That was a nice Zen attack.
It was Tibetan throat singing with a hint of bullshit.
Well played, though. Well played. You did that with such elegance and grace. It was like silk coming out of your mouth.
It didn't feel like it. It sounded like pain. It felt like pain as well. Yeah, it wasn't very comfortable.
So how are you doing? What time of day is it where you're at again? Must be late.
3 o'clock.
Good Lord, man. Do you sleep?
I just have, and I've woken up. I need a bath.
At 3 in the morning.
I'm pointing that out to everyone. I smell so sweaty.
I was beginning to wonder. I had to confirm whether or not I stunk too.
Yeah. Oh, I do. Thank God the screen isn't scratch and sniff.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a thing?
Hello, Shernette Williams. I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't read shizzle. And Solstice person.
It is great to see you guys. Casman Black the Bunny, great to have you. Psh, waka, waka, waka. Pac-Man in the house. It's more like Donald Duck's in the house. Casman Duck.
High five and a Wrigley fish. I don't know.
Wrigley.
You've got your thumbs up.
Wrigley
You've
fish.
got a thumbs up and Wrigley fish. High five and a Wrigley fish. No, all right. I don't know.
I think everybody's like scattered throughout the interwebs. I think there's so many people live streaming right now. That's probably what's going on.
Oh, there is. Loads of people are on at the moment. Loads of people.
I just, not that I care, not that I want to step on anybody's toes or anything, but I'm tired of dancing on eggshells. I just dive right in now and just go live.
What, you worried that you'll offend other people because they're live and you might tread on their toes, you mean?
Well, I mean, not so much offending, but just being respectful, you know what I mean? And not that I'm trying to be less respectful, but at the same time, I've got a YouTube channel too that I need to go live with. And, but if I ever see Not a Great Gamer go live, I'm not going to say, all right, I'm going live because Not a Great Gamer is live right now. I wouldn't do that, but
wouldn't bother me, dude.
No,
you can go live whenever you want. It's your channel.
Never in a billion years would I do that. It's a respect thing for me. That's pretty much all. Bob, it's like the Bangor State Fair, but it takes 3 days to. Oh wow, sweet.
Oh, Joshua, you are right. I've been offered up onto several panels tonight. You are right.
Yeah, you have been quite busy.
Yeah, I get a lot of hassle for panels. If I had got as many subscriptions as I did panel quests, I'd be a bloody PewDiePie by now.
The Creator Spotlight Show is up in his house.
Hey. What's up, Bandozy? You good, bro?
What's up, gamer?
Weekly sausage.
Started to jump on for a minute since nobody else wanted to.
I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did. How's life treating you?
Pretty good. I've been liking I catch your little lunch thing if I get my lunch at about the same time. I'm kind of self-employed, so it doesn't come like at a set time every day.
Nice.
But when I can, it's kind of cool to jump in there and see everybody chatting and that.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that kind of sucks about that is my lunchtime isn't everybody else's lunchtime at times. But it's nice to go on at the same time every day, Monday through Friday. And hi, how are you? And, just see how everybody's doing.
Yeah. Sky.
You are so huggy today. You smelling that Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I feared everyone was over at Cab 7 was on. And I don't know if you heard about that, what was going on over there.
Something about June Gall, from what I understand. Are they trying to raise money for her? Or
yeah, they raised like two bloody grand. It's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, at first, Cab 7 came on and said that he had special announcement if they got to 100 people in the room, and he was going to call out some icon or something, and it was about June Gall. And when 100 people got in there, he was just saying that he wanted Green Bay Wacky to, instead of live streaming her run on a Sunday, that he wanted Green Bay Wacky to be with her, so if they could raise money so he could take off and be down there. and I think I like left the live stream for a couple minutes to narrate one of my videos, and like 10 or 20 minutes, and I came back and he had over $1,000 already.
Wow.
To head down, and then they were talking about her friend was TJ Explorer. Was wanting to meet that they're like best friends and they've never met each other.
I had to leave the stream because June was crying and it was actually affecting me. It was like
it was going to cost about $4,000 for her to come over, like a plane ticket and then insurance. And one of Cab 7's friends called in and said they'd donate $2,000. And then everybody else was like, I'll donate 100, I'll donate 150, and they probably got close to the $4,000 already. Just
that is incredible.
Yeah, that was great community. That was awesome.
Viewed this is up into his house. How you doing there, buddy?
Viewed this, sinner.
Hanging in. How you guys doing?
Just shooting the breeze, seeing how everybody's doing. Just doing a little chilling.
They call me the breeze.
Smell that breeze, and you need some for a breeze.
Oh, goodness. I had to go get my wife some ice cream before I jumped on.
Oh, good, yeah, good call. Good call.
Take care of that, yeah.
Yeah. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, they say.
That's not always true.
Well, you're right. That's not always true, but it's true. I'd like to say a good portion of the time.
Happy wife, indented thumbprint on your head. Kind of suppressed life, I would call it for myself.
Well, I mean, really,
No, not for you guys, for me. I was on about me.
Yeah.
You know, what, she wakes up in the morning, she's miserable. Get me a drink. Yes, dear. Have me some breakfast. Yes, dear.
Country Girl 29, great to see you. David, the producer's in the house. Welcome, David, the producer. Great to see you, man.
But he does not produce, he edits.
Well, he produces.
I know he does produce. I was just, again, you know this by now. When I come on panels, I just talk shit.
Well, I don't have a caffeine-based drink here. You do realize that. I said I got up from a nap. I had no Pepsi, and I have to drink the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid.
No Pepsi, no Twinkies. Huh?
No
Wow.
Pepsi, no Twinkies. It's famine time over here until I get paid tomorrow.
Wow. I'll tell you. You should have like a backup stash of Twinkies in the basement. I mean, they don't go bad, right?
Like freeze-dried Twinkies?
You should have like a little piggy bank that you stash Twinkies in that you can only open when you smash. So in an emergency, you've just got a couple of Twinkies. Yeah.
It's a box of Twinkies in there.
So I was joking and saying they don't go bad because everybody thinks that, but that drives me nuts because they do go bad. They have a freshness date on them. And if you've ever had an old Twinkie, you know they suck.
Well, it's kind of like having an old McDonald's hamburger.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they don't seem like they age, but when you bite into one, they suck.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely. No, that's exactly what it is.
What is it? Hang on. It was a Tootsie Roll I had. That almost destroyed my teeth.
Well, yeah.
You guys and Tootsie Rolls, holy hell, they're insane.
Yeah.
Welcome, Desiree.
They are them black things, aren't they, the Tootsie Rolls?
Yes, they're black.
Yeah. Hello, Des.
Desiree, everybody's wearing their name tags. So feel free to say hello.
Hi, Des.
Hi, not a great gamer. Hi, not a great gamer.
Desiree's she is one of my best friends from Rhode Island.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Rhode Island?
Indeed.
Yeah.
I used to work in a wrestling federation in Rhode Island.
Isn't that the smallest state?
No.
Yeah.
Delaware is, right?
State.
No, Rhode Island is the smallest state.
I thought it was Delaware.
Nope.
I don't know my stuff for an Englishman. Woo!
Delaware's close second, though.
And what I learned from Gil Skills yesterday, because he taught me the informative, it's Rhode Island that's part of New England and not New York.
Yep.
See, I remember that stuff.
We had a educational moment there.
I'm surprised Bob can still remember.
America
What?
fascinates me.
Yeah. Is that a dig? Because I haven't been down there lately.
Just a little.
I see. I want my New York style hot wieners. So I do have to make a run down there again sometime soon.
Well, I'm coming up in October. I could bring the stuff and make my own.
New York style wieners.
Oh, Google them. They're delicious.
I grew up in Miami, and my grandfather, who was born in New York, my dad was born in New York, would drive up like every summer, and he'd bring back actually a cooler full of hot dogs from New York.
Were they soggies?
That sounds familiar. I was like 6 years old, but I just remember, every time they took off on this trip. I mean, but they did taste different. They were like, I don't know if you like the boar's head here, if it's something comparable to that, but yeah, I remember them just bringing back loads of them and load them in the freezer because he wouldn't eat anything that we had down here.
Boar's Head isn't exclusive to Florida. It's all across the United States. But
no, I mean, but the flavor.
KM hot dogs.
KM.
Natural casing KM hot dog, man.
KM hot dogs.
Yeah, KAYEM, I think. I used to eat Boar's Head dogs, and they're good. But when I grew up eating KM hot dogs, and they were hard to find down in Florida, but I think Publix carries them. I'll tell you, man, if you like the Boar's Head ones, treat yourself to some KM natural casings.
Cool.
Sausage tin things.
What are soggies? Gil?
Soggies are, I think they're red hot dogs. Are they not, Desiree?
No, soggies are they're like longer than a regular hot dog. They have a crunch.
Yeah, but they're linked hot dogs. But I thought that they were red too.
Soggies are completely different meaning in the UK. Wow.
The red ones are the
How
natural
you
ones.
doing?
R5, what's up?
Desiree, I think it's the first time I've ever seen you up. How you doing?
Good. I know I should be in bed. I gotta be to work. Freaking out the crack asses going tomorrow, but I figured.
45D5, where are you? Star Wars quote.
I'm going to try to talk Desiree into making her own YouTube channel. I think she'd make a great channel.
Then we got Sausage, Viewed This, and Creator Spotlight. How you guys doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
How are you?
That's the
I'm
main
good,
one.
I'm good.
You're
Cool.
good.
So you're,
R5?
Yes. The fun is in 2 days.
I just wanted you to know that I got it, and I will be getting it on Saturday.
And you got your pretty sticker then.
Well, I haven't opened it yet.
I noticed you're like avoiding that at all times.
I kind of wanted to do it with you, like on your stream at the same time we were doing.
Let me just
But
tell
since
you
you're
what you got.
here,
It's right there.
okay, you're here, so I'm just going to open it.
Spoiler alert, there's a pretty
Bring
sticker.
it.
Spoiler, we already knew what was coming his way. That was no surprise.
There we go. Bossy's in the house. Great to see you.
Boss
Hard
baby.
Life Survivors in the house. Great to see you, man.
I see Andrew Fishman's in the house too.
Andrew.
Hey, what's up, Fishman? Good to see you, bro. Wiggly fish for you. That's the one that Gil said I can have as a permission as a greeting.
What's up with? I legitimately am not seeing that because it said cat is closed. Find another stream is what it said on my end.
What?
Sure, Ned, how you doing? Yeah, he literally said chat is closed. Find another stream on the other end. I legitimately didn't see anyone coming in. I'm like, no one's commenting. Sure, Ned, how you doing? Eileen, hello. Tails and Soul says hello. JD Knight, hello. That's why when he said Bossy, I'm like, I don't see Bossy.
Are you in the right chat?
I was. Now I got it again. I don't know what happened.
All right, so I've got my man. This is like an old friend, you know.
He's got the one hot challenge he just might beat me at because I'm adding Reaper into mine, so he might beat me.
I got some really bad footage of me and my sons eating those noodles. And when I
We tried them once.
Well, when I made them, I went online and I realized, oh, wait a minute, there's hotter ones, but you have to order them. Like those ones I got at Walmart, but there's hotter ones.
We ordered these ones.
And I was afraid that I was afraid that if I did it and showed the package, everybody would be like, "Oh, those aren't the hot ones." So what I did was when I was filming, I added about a half a cup of sriracha to the noodles. Just a big
bossy.
sriracha in there. So they were like pasty though. It was bad.
Yeah.
So I made a bowl for me and my two oldest sons. Well, my three oldest sons. My 5-year-old wanted to get on it. He took one bite and he was done with that. But yeah, it was. I ate the whole bowl. I paid for it the next day, and the footage ended up turning out really bad. So I got nothing out of it except a stomach ache, and it's too bad.
Creator
Stomach
life.
ulcers.
Well, my footage
Well,
was bad, but it was pretty
way
hilarious from what
excessively.
I've heard.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good.
Yeah, I'm a big wimp when it comes to spicy food, apparently, but I'm gonna
You guys
eat
are all
this.
crazy.
I'm
This
gonna
is
eat
my
the whole
warm up
thing.
for tomorrow.
Let me have a look what that was.
I'm not
Gil.
doing crap like that anymore. I can tell you that right now. I ain't sucking Satan's toe.
Gil, what was that bag?
What is it, a lollipop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
called
was
Satan's
Satan's toe.
toe.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't. Yeah, all right. I want to try the chocolate bars. I hear they're amazing.
Which ones? Are you talking about the ones we had?
I don't know. I saw it on Everything Spicy or
Okay,
Mm.
if it's everything spicy, it was not World's Hottest Chocolate because he just ordered that one. You
Alright.
probably
The
are
mold
talking about
that he
the
did. Hot Sauce Junkie Tim just did the mold too.
maybe it was Hot Sauce Junkie then.
Yeah, he
Hot
just
Sauce
did the
Junkie did
mold.
Moab.
One guy did like 2 bars on one. He did a live stream and ate 2 of them.
Everything Spicy has done the he's done the Hot Damn Show ones. And those ones are supposed to be really good too, but they're hot.
To me, I mean, you can make it as hot as you want. It's got chocolate. Come on.
Well, the Hot Damn Show are their final course bar is what they're called.
R5, do you like hot stuff then?
Yes, but stuff with better flavor than what I've been eating.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
there it is
can-
right there. Me too.
I can send you some stuff, which is the hottest in the world, if you want. Let me show you.
It's not ending anytime soon, Gil.
Well, you know, your response right here is really pivotal in your stomach lining's future.
I don't know if you
This
can
is
see
why
them.
I'll never go out of business job-wise because you guys are nuts.
Yeah, Des is a licensed DMT.
Reaper
So
peanuts.
The Carolina Reaper peanuts and Carolina Reaper pork scratchings, and they are the hottest in the world.
good
And
lord.
I sent Awesome Epic some, and Andy, the crazy twat, he took like a pinch and chucked it in his mouth, and he was almost dying on screen. Like, whoa, you know. So if you want any, just let me know, and I'll send you a bag out, and we can watch you cook over that. That would be fun.
My mouth is watering to those peanuts. Oh man, I bet that.
you want
Nikki
some?
Pink, I
Viewed
love.
this, would you try them?
Eric Garcia, Nikki Pink.
Oh yeah.
Right, that's sorted. If either of you's then, Gills or R5 want the pork scratchings, let me know.
Ralph Mork.
Ralph Morick. Sorry, little delayed reaction there.
Ralph.
And the fish.
Watched a guy
and
take 2
fish.
spoonfuls. Oh, good lord. Joshua Coe says, I watched a guy take 2 spoonfuls of plutonium extract. Plutonium extract has 19 million Scoville heat units. Ended up in the hospital, as you can imagine. Yeah. That stuff is not to be meant to eat and be eaten like that.
I remember when I was in like my mid-20s, so like 20 years ago, I went to the Mall of America, and I was out visiting my brother in Minnesota, and we went into this. I always go, if I find a hot sauce store, I'm going in and I'm buying hot sauces, right? I've got a bunch of them. I love hot sauce. And they had that Dave's Insanity sauce. At the time, that was like the craziest thing on the market. And now there's so much hot stuff out there. Dave's Insanity sauce is like Cholula. You know what I mean? Like, but at
Right.
the time, it was like the hottest stuff. So I go into the store, and they literally got it locked in the case, and so that nobody can steal it. And it was expensive. It was way overpriced because I had just checked it on eBay and was thinking about buying a bottle of it. So I go into the store, and the guy it was like double what I was going to pay to have it shipped from eBay. And I was like, I was going to get some of that. I said, you double the price of what I can get it off on eBay. And he's like, well, be careful. There's a lot of knockoffs out there. I'm like, you know, it's still way too much money. He wanted like $50 for a bottle of it, and
Wow.
that's when it comes with the dropper, you know. And he's like, I don't know if you know about this stuff, but you can only eat 1 drop at a time. I was like, no, it ain't that hot, because I'd had it. I said, like, I've had it. He's like, oh yeah. So he's got an open bottle, and he takes out this little tray, and he's got different kinds of crackers, and he's like, you can taste hot sauce. So you want to taste it? I was like, yeah. So I take the dropper and I just squeeze it onto the cracker. It's like a puddle of it in the middle of the cracker, and the guy's just staring at me with his eyes wide open. I throw it in my mouth. I take the next cracker. I was like, you mind? Squirt on the next cracker. I throw it in my mouth. So then I'm walking around the store talking about all these different hot sauces, and finally he looks at me and he goes, do you have like an enormous threshold for pain? I was like, no, I just like hot sauce, man. If you eat enough of them, like it still affects you, but it's not like I just eat a lot of hot sauce. I'm not one of these guys who can eat anything. Don't get me wrong, I'm not.
You
but
get used to it.
Yeah, but I eat it so often. You know what I mean? Like
people enjoy it.
Spicy and hot sauce junkie Tim with their Reapers, they're popping them out like candy. It's like, man, those things are hot.
My father has all of his bike friends come over and they just sit there eating packets of hot foods together, and they just enjoy you have like chi meetings, don't you, and all of that, and it happens, and they're all sitting there sweating, and I don't know what is so bloody fun about it. They all look half dead.
Well, believe it or not, when you eat hot stuff like that, it actually sets off what's the word?
Endorphins.
Endorphins. Yeah, it sets off endorphins in your brain there, and it's like you get a rush out of it. You get kind of high off it.
It's euphoric.
Well, all it does to me is set off fire alarms and almost my heart. And just
you haven't had anything hot enough yet, then.
I'm a weakling. I have a mint. I put a mint in my mouth and I'm dying, mate.
But he's got those Reaper peanuts or whatever. There's a few new ones came in. Joshua Coe, thumbs up and high five.
Yeah, Sterling Silver. Yeah, when I had that one little tiny microscopic piece of the world's hottest chocolate, I thought pink elephants were flying through the freaking room, man. Oh man.
I skipped right past the pink elephants.
You did, huh?
Oh, boy.
Were they pink Twinkies?
No, it was just like my life flashed before my eyes.
Pink cucumbers.
No, the cucumber already went in. That was over, okay?
Hang on. Where did it go?
I know. Back up.
Oh,
okay,
five. If somebody said that on your stream, I'd be shocked.
Now's your chance to clarify. Or dig your hole deeper, your choice.
World's hottest chocolate was called or nicknamed the Satan's cucumber, okay? So, Satan's cucumber. That's as far as I'll go.
Okay.
So is that like third base, second base?
I'm thinking that's a home run.
Holy Nikes. That's a home run.
Hey, what's up, Sterling? So how you doing, man?
Desiree's just like, what did I get involved with? Why'd you invite me up here?
Oh, she's heard worse.
Bob, yeah.
She's heard a lot worse. Believe it or not, I behave for the most part while I'm on YouTube.
Whereas Haunted Adventure, how you doing? Thumbs up.
High five, Walker fam. Hazel-eyed Eric Vixen. There you go.
You're not giving me a chance to catch up.
I'm sorry. No, be my guest.
It's like a race over here. We can high five.
Joshua,
We can all high five. We can do the high five wave if you want, or the thumbs up.
We're pretty bad at that high five wave every time we tried it with everyone else. We got a whole new group up this time, though, so maybe we'll be more.
I know. We got a lot of new people up here.
Last time I tried, I knocked my camera behind my desk. It wasn't good.
With the amount of times I've hit that camera with doing high fives, I'm amazed it still works. To be honest with you, I'm like, oh crap.
Mine just had to be cleaned. I thought it didn't work until I cleaned it.
It's amazing what a little Windex will do.
I was sitting here like, man, I'm not pixelated anymore.
I had to laugh. Like you were ready to get a new camera, and all you had to do is clean the lens.
You weren't in here when I cleaned it because I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, maybe I wipe it off and I go, I can see.
Yeah, true story. I was at the Sprint store. I had a boating accident 2 years ago in the summer, and my iPhone took a dunk in the lake, and I had to go get a new phone. And there was this kid in there, and he was all mad because he had just gotten a new I think it was the 8 that was out at the time, and he was like, "This thing doesn't take pictures as good as my iPhone 4 did." He's like, "Look at these pictures, they're garbage." And he's like sliding through the pictures, you know. And the guy's like, "Well, we haven't had any complaints about the camera." He's like, "Maybe there's a bad, you know, maybe you get a bad camera." So the guy's like, "Let me take a look at it." So he's looking at the phone, he's looking at everything, you know. And he's over there, brings it over, he's like, "All right," takes a picture. He's like, "How's that look?" The kid's like, "Oh wow." He's like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "Yeah, I cleaned it." He's like, "I just got it 3 days ago." He's like, "Oh, I don't know what to tell you, man." I was like, "Hey, listen, man, when you get the new phone, don't celebrate with a bag of Cheetos next time, all right?"
I can relate to that. I sold cell
swear. I
phones
was like,
for
"Oh my
14
God."
years, and that's happened more times than I
Oh,
can
yeah.
freaking count.
Yeah, the guy got the little cloth. He cleaned the screen. He flipped it over. He cleaned the whole phone. He's looking at it, and then I can see like that epiphany moment. I'm like, "Don't tell me that thing was dirty." Oh boy, what are you gonna do? You know?
You laugh it off and really laugh once they leave.
I got Haley all concerned texting me because I have her guinea pig and her tripod of a bearded dragon. She's not here to yell at me for calling him tripod.
Are you holding them hostage? What's going on with that?
She's on a mini vacation, so I get to babysit.
Ah, I see.
So she's texting me. She's like, "How are my animals?" They're alive.
This is definitely not the same
all
as
that counts.
Pepsi. I'm just saying.
You're out of Pepsi again?
I am. I'm out of Twinkies. I'm out of Pepsi until tomorrow.
We just got a bearded dragon today.
We breed them.
He's
So
right there. I just got. See the tank behind me? Big
Mhm.
tank right
yeah, I
here.
see the tank.
Oh, cool.
Is he a baby or an adult?
It's 2 years old, so adult, I guess.
Adult.
So a friend of
Yeah,
mine that I went to high school with, and I haven't seen her in 20 years, and like we're Facebook friends, but you know how that works. And so like she's had the thing, her fiance's nephew had it and went to college, so they adopted it, and that like they've had it for like 8 months, and the landlord found out they had it, so now she freaked out and had to get rid of it. So she like reached out to me and was like, "Hey, do you want this? I'll give you a 55-gallon tank, the lights, the food. I'll give you everything for free for your kids. Just take it because my landlord's going to evict me over this lizard." I was like, "Sure." So
It's
there
kind
we
of
go.
funny
Got
over a lizard.
That's
you know, right?
crazy.
Yeah, nuts. I mean, it's but it's cool. I had a bearded dragon when I was younger. When I was probably in my early 20s, I was a bartender, and I had 2 snakes. I had a bearded dragon. I had a tegu. I ended up getting a blue. I didn't know this was a thing until I saw it at the store. They had a blue African. What the hell are they called? Shit. Sorry.
Blue tongue skink.
No, it's a really common lizard, but I didn't know I didn't know there was a blue African version of it. What's it called? What are some really common lizards?
Chinese
Iguana.
dragon.
Iguana, thank you.
Iguana, yeah.
Yeah, it was a blue African iguana. So this guy had it at the pet store, and it had this cage. It was about 6 foot long, and it had these big, thick plexiglass doors on it that slid, you know. And when you would walk into the store, the cage was on the ground. It was about 3 feet high, and that thing would run back and forth trying to bite everybody who walked by the cage. It was psycho. So I went in there one day and I said to the guy, I go, "Do you really think someone's going to buy that thing?" And he's like, "Oh no." He's like, "I got that by accident." I said, "You got it by accident?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, when I ordered my stuff through my breeder, he said that came, and I called the guy and said, "Hey, I didn't order this blue African iguana, and it's mean as hell." And the guy was like, "Well, keep it, because I don't want it back." And
I don't like that biting thing. It bit me too many times. That's why I went in the shipment.
And he's like, "I happen to have this cage in the back, so I put him in there." He goes, and he goes, but he said it's being in here is too stressful for him. And I was like, "Well, are you gonna sell him, or what are you gonna do with it?" He's like, "I'll give him to whoever wants him." I was like, "I'll take him." So I had to, so me and my buddy go get my friend's pickup truck. We load the cage in, and we're in Florida, so we just leave the lizard in the cage, because it's hot enough outside. Bring him back to my apartment. I load him in there, and I got this thing in my apartment. So I'd have friends over, and we'd be drinking. And once everybody was good and drunk, I'd be like, "All right, here we go," and I'd open the cage. Just like we'd run around the apartment chasing people. It was nuts. We had the long slat blinds over the sliding glass door, and he'd get behind them trying to get out the sliding glass door, and they'd just be going. I had the guy gave me a pair of Falconeer's gloves that he had, and he's like, "You're going to need these gloves to handle this thing." So I would grab him to take him out of the cage when it was time to clean it, or to grab him to put him back in the cage if I let him out. And he was big. He was about 4 feet long, He was huge. So I'd grab him by the body and I'd hold him against me. And he would just whip me across my back with his tail over and over and over. I had these big lashes on my back. And eventually I met this kid who had gone to college for zoology. He wanted to be a zoo master or whatever. And he had gotten permits from the state to own a chimpanzee, to own alligators, all kinds of stuff. And I went to his house. It was like a zoo. It was awesome. He had all kinds of stuff there. He didn't have the chimp yet, but he had the permit for it. So I told him about this lizard I had, and he came to the house and checked him out. He's like, "Oh, he's beautiful. I'd love to have him, man. I'd just let him go in my backyard. It's fenced in, man. He could live in the apple tree." I was like, "Yeah, take him," because I thought it was cool. I had him for about 6 months, and it wasn't cool. So, I give him to this kid Danny, and then so I become friends with this guy. So I go over his house one day, and I was like, "Hey, how's the lizard doing?" He's like, "Oh, he's still mean as hell, living in the tree." So I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Oh yeah, watch this." He goes, "I want to go out in my backyard now when I mow. I can't go out there. He'll attack you." So we go out on his lanai, and he opens up the door, and he goes, running out in the yard, and he runs out around the tree and comes back. And by the time he got to the door, that thing was about 3 feet behind him. He slammed the door, and the thing was up against the door. Like, oh, it was crazy. So yeah, if anybody ever says, "Oh, I got baby African blue iguanas, you want one?" The answer is no. Just so you know.
Aggressive little buggers.
Well, according to the guy at the pet shop, there is no friendly version of them. They're all like that. They're all just psycho. Not like
iguanas in general aren't that friendly. Like the male iguanas go through breeding season and they get aggressive.
Oh yeah, I'd say I've never had any other kind of iguana.
I used to work for PetSmart, and the old guy there had a big iguana, and it was like probably a good 4-foot iguana, and it decided like its mate was his wife in a sense. And when it hit breeding season, he's like, "I can't even walk anywhere within 10 feet of my wife, or it attacks me." He's like, he literally lays on his back in my wife's arms, and he's fine. But if I walk in the room, he attacks me. Like he made a stuffed animal for the iguana because for his mating fun to help with frustrations.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't want. Oh, you wanted T-Rex, Gil. You wanted him.
No. Was that the one that you had on your chest? No, that wasn't the one. That was an orange one. Yeah, T-Rex was the one with the tiny limbs. No, I didn't want him. Thought it was cute, but in a like grandparent kind of sense where I'm leaving him with you.
The orange one is Creeper.
I thought Gamer was the creeper.
I ain't no freaking creeper. Am I in creeper? I'm just. Oh,
He's just creeping in the shadows.
I'm just lurking.
He's no creeper. He's just going in deeper.
Oh, can we say stuff like that on here?
Sound right. That's not a great sausage. That was a really bad saying right there.
How was it bad?
I just planted the seed.
You just planted the seed. Yeah.
Just waiting for someone to say that's what she said.
They call me the 1-inch wonder, and I will leave it at that.
Just lobbing softballs, huh? It's nice.
Seeing who will hit it. Greater Spotlight Show. You've been kind of quiet, bud.
Yeah, I'm just listening to all the lizard stories.
He's jealous.
I had a couple. I didn't know they moved that fast.
Oh,
they're
some of them will.
Yeah, they gave them away. Believe it or not, at the fair down here, they're giving them away. You won a little prize, and they gave iguanas away. My kids came home with 2 of them, and they got out of the cage, and we're like, I see like the chameleons and stuff, moving around. So I'm like, I'll just get them, and I think I was like, across the living room in like 3 seconds.
Green anoles they gave away.
What's that?
They were probably green anoles. They're green anoles they gave away. I guarantee. Because iguanas are expensive, and anoles are like $6 at the pet store, and they're legitimately a lizard. You put in a tank, and you don't open that lid. Like if you open the feed when you drop the crickets in, you've got to move fast as hell because they will run out that cage in 10 seconds.
Green anoles.
Catching them.
Green anoles are the ones that are all over the place in Florida. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we've got those outside. These were it was an actual iguana.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
Yeah,
he
my
was
son used to catch the anoles. We call him the lizard whisperer. He's the one that wanted this lizard. He's 10 now. When he lived in 40, he was 6. And he'd go on the back porch on the lanai because they'd be all over the place. We had like a space like that big underneath the door. So it was like part in the sea. You know, you'd walk out there and they'd just scatter everywhere. They
yeah,
were,
they're just all over the
but he'd walk up,
cement's being warm.
he'd walk right up and he'd be like, "Oh," and he'd pick one up. And, you know, I was like, I couldn't even get close to one, you know, but they're crazy. The only thing they're good for is if you pick them up and you touch them on the nose, they open the mouth, they want to bite you, they're mean little bastards. And then you hold them up to your ear and they'll clamp on your ear. You put them on your ear and they'll hold on forever. So you get
Yeah.
for that.
And you can't break their tails.
What is up
or
with
they'll
these-
die. Their tails is what keeps them balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
What is up with these fairs giving away animals as prizes? You used to
Yeah.
win an animal, you'd get a fish.
Yep.
Now they're giving
That's
away
what I'm
rabbits,
saying. You used
guinea
to get
pigs,
goldfish.
lizards. What the hell is next?
Ducks.
My daughter won a
Yeah.
rabbit
Chicken.
at a fest.
I've never seen the goldfish thing until I met my wife and when we were dating 15 years ago, and there was a fair at the DeSoto Square Mall in Bradenton, Florida, and I worked at the bar across the street, and she said, "Hey, let's go to the fair." She goes, "You can win me a goldfish," and I said, "Goldfish? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "They always give away goldfish at the fairs." I'm like, "I've never seen that before," and we went over to the thing. Sure as shit, take a goldfish, and we ended up with a damn goldfish. So the next day, I'm at the pet store because we had put them in a bowl when we get home. And then you gotta go buy stuff for them, you know? It's a goldfish. I had to go buy a little tank. I mean, a goldfish cost me like $40. Get all the crap for it.
Bob, do you remember
bullshit.
old Homesies?
And he died like 3 weeks later.
What's that, Desiree?
That's good.
I said, do you remember the old home days?
Oh yeah.
They used to have the goldfish if you sunk the golf ball in the little fish bowl.
There's room for a joke in there, but I'm gonna.
That's what she said.
Quiet.
And this one was you had to throw it. They were like ping pong balls, and there was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
a bunch of bowls of water, and if you landed in one of the bowls of water that had the right, there was coins in them, and there was like 5 red ones, and all the other ones were like silver. And if you landed in the red one, you got the goldfish. And I literally you got like 5 balls for $1. First ball I threw, boom, right in the red one. I just took the other 4 and just threw them in the air. I was like, okay, because I didn't, I really didn't want a goldfish. I was just playing for the fact of, hey, they have goldfish.
Whatever
My-
happened to stuffed
my daughter-
animals?
My daughter, we went to the fest. They had rabbits, and they said you had to get in the red moving bowl to get a rabbit. And she's like, "I'm going to get a rabbit." My mom gave her $10. Was like, "Here, go play the game." I'm like, "There is no way in hell she'll get that rabbit." She goes up there. The second ball she throws lands in the freaking red moving bowl. I'm like, "Well, we got a rabbit." I called up Mike. This is right after we bought our house. So I'm like, "Guess what? I'm coming home with." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "We got a rabbit."
Yeah, that reverse psychology worked against you. That's the problem there, Crystal.
That's kind of
So,
what happened to me.
Now Haley just won the guinea pig I'm watching for. She won that at a fest. Now, when my daughter won the rabbit, I asked him, I said, "What happened to goldfish? Why are we getting a rabbit? What happened to goldfish?" He goes, "We don't have the permit for goldfish." You have a permit for a rabbit?
That's crazy. Oh,
Like, I would think the goldfish would be a little easier of a permit to obtain.
shit. Listen, you got to tell the dog to stop eating the mushrooms in the cow pasture, Bob.
I know, right?
That is not your baby.
Sure thing.
Boy, they love to play, man. I'm afraid the dog's going to crush that cat one day, and it's just going to be over in a second. But they do love each other.
I
Are
got
you working on an actual CD, Faith in the Fallen?
I've got an idiot for a dog. He's a lab mix, the dumbest dog I've ever seen in my life. More than he's afraid of his own shadow. So loud noise, he gets up and runs. And more than once, I've seen him get up and run into the wall. Like he just gets up and he goes to take off and he's half asleep. It's like, I got 2-year-old twins, so they'll be like one of them will jump off the couch and lay on the floor, boom, and he'll get up and go to take off out of the room and he'll run into something. He's just a goofy muck. But he was in here tonight, laying in the office, and we were setting up the cage, and he's watching us set everything up, And then my son comes in, he puts the bearded dragon in the cage, and then I was like, I was like, well, at least he's behind glass, so it won't scare the dog, you know. The dog is sitting there, and the dragon's just kind of climbing around nice and slow. He goes up to get this big piece of wood in there, and he climbs up the wood, and he gets under the light, and he's just hanging out. And then all of a sudden, like, there was the person was like, I got 2 crickets left. I got a whole thing of food, and you can feed him vegetables and stuff. I got 2 live crickets. You want them? I was like, yeah. So we get home. So I threw the live crickets in the cage. Well, the thing gets a look at a live cricket on the floor of the cage, and he's up on top of the log, and he's ripping down this log. You know, and they got sharp little claws, you know, and he goes clawing down this log. The dog gets up and takes off running out of the room. I'm like, really? It's a lizard. It's in a cage, man. Calm down. Oh, he's the biggest wimp. It's unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
Hey, R5, I just saw a video just before like a little earlier today when somebody was diving and they mentioned, was that you that did it too, or?
Yes.
Or was that okay? NWI diver.
NWI diver.
Okay, that was cool. That was like blowing my mind. All the stuff they throw away and stuff. That was crazy.
And that was only like a quarter of it because my video hasn't gone up yet.
Okay, wow.
It was impressive.
Yeah,
she sent me pictures. I was just. How long were you guys out?
We went out 2.5 hours.
Wow.
We only went to about 7 or 8 different places. And I can say, like, all the cases of stuff we grabbed was literally in the box, still in the case, like, at the top of the dumpster. Like, it wasn't buried in the bottom. It wasn't in stuff. It was literally sitting at the top.
Yeah.
I thought you meant diving, like scuba diving.
No, he's talking about dumpster diving.
I haven't done that in years.
So it's plug your nose diving.
No, but when you're going in the store, dumpsters, really, they're not bad.
No.
Yeah,
no,
I went dumpster. I was into it for a while when I lived in Florida, and like it was to the point where my wife's like, I can't believe you're doing this. I would leave at like midnight and go out because that's when all the businesses are closed and nobody harassed you. And I go climbing all the dumpsters, you know. And they had this. I forget the name of the store. It was like a higher end department store kind of down by the University Town Center, and I went into their dumpster and there was 8 of these big. They were big. They were probably, the box was probably 2 feet wide, 2 feet long by a foot wide by a foot high, and they were these big, beautiful sleighs. And they had Santa Claus in them. They were music boxes, and when you cranked it up and played the music, his arms went up and down like for the range, you know. And there was 8 of them in there in the box. So I pick them up, like, these things are full. So I throw them all in the trunk of my car, you know. I go around looking around. I went to a liquor store, and the guy had bought a bunch of Baileys, and they came with 2 glasses. And he took all the bottles of Baileys out because I work in the liquor industry. Usually, if you're buying the VAPs, they call them, value-added packaging, because it has something else for the customer besides just a bottle of booze, they're usually cheaper for those, even though they're giving you more, because they want you to buy them, because they want you to display their crap at the holidays, and you know what I mean? They want people to buy their product and get hooked on it or whatever, you know. We'll start like, oh, okay, you know. Well, this guy took all the bottles out of it, and then he threw all the packaging away. So I found 40 boxes with 2 Bailey's glasses in each one. Now, some were broken, but I ended up with, I think, 64 glasses. Wow. I sold those in sets of 4 on eBay for $20 a set. I sold a ton of them. I sold them all. I mean, everything it was crazy. And those music boxes, 6 out of 8 of them were completely brand new and untouched, not broken. 2 of them were broken. I think it was just from being thrown in the dumpster. I gave those things out as Christmas gifts that year. I mean, people were like, "Oh my God, this is beautiful." I'm like, "Yeah." I was thinking of you when I bought that.
That's right. That was hand selected.
Money, the right background's back. Yay! I was messing around with changes the other day on it.
Sterling Silver, have a good night, buddy.
Good night. Yeah, most noble girl, Roy. Yeah, okay, whatever. Noble girl, how you doing? Thumbs up and high five.
Miss Monty P.
I can't talk. Most of what we found was food and stuff, but like I used to coupon. Food does not go bad when the Best Buy date ends. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like our food would sit on the shelf for like 2 and 3 months after the Best Buy date, usually when I coupon, because you got a lot of it. Yeah. Like I said, with them being in a case at the top of the dumpster, it's like even if you don't want to eat it, a homeless guy will take it. Someone will take it.
Yeah, people don't realize there's no there's no rules or guidelines or anything. That's all set by like each one of the manufacturers. It's all like self-imposed, that there's no like federal guidelines for any of that.
Quite frankly, most people don't realize, because I used to work for Carl Budding as well at one point in the factory, that when all the meat comes back to Carl Budding for the best buy date, it gets sent back to them. They legitimately have people stationed to open each of those packages. We feel if they're slimy. We look at them. If there's no mold, it gets thrown into a cart that goes back to get re-put into another roll to be recut for new meat. So it had a best buy date, but it's getting recut for new meat again.
Wow.
That's your hamburger.
That's what they did.
So,
And then the clock starts over with that meat once it's reprocessed, right?
Yes.
so
Yes.
which company is this? So I don't buy any of the meats.
Carl Budding.
Okay.
Carl Budding, but that's actually Carl Budding Premium. There's like 6 different ones that they package.
Wow.
Like if you go to like Walmart and they sell like the premium meat and they sell the Carl Budding and they have all the prices, all of them are packaged by the same flipping company, even though they're all different prices.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sucks to see all that food get thrown away, but it's people like that run the huge risk of, like, you know,
Making somebody sick.
getting someone sick from,
Yeah.
you know, crappy food.
But that's what they did there. So I'm sure that, like, yeah, other stuff gets thrown away, but it's just saying people don't realize that some of the stuff you're buying is actually technically considered expired and they just repackaged it.
You know, I'm a big wimp with expiration dates. But here's my thing. So if you open, so like, okay, let's say you have a jar of mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise, but we'll just say so we have a jar of mayonnaise, and it's good until I open it in January, and it's good till June. When June rolls around, it goes in the trash. Now, if it's May and it's good till June, and we open it then, I'll still let it sit around way past the expiration date, because to me, it's all when you open it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, right. But I'm huge on that. Like leftovers, if they're more than 2 days old or 3 days, I don't know. I don't know what it is. When I was a kid, we were dirt poor, and my parents got divorced. My dad left. My mom was working tons of hours just to try to make ends meet. So we constantly had to sniff test everything in the fridge, because it was a bunch of kids in a house with no parents around at all. You just had to smell everything because you knew if that was good or not. And I eat so many times I'd heat something up and I'd go to eat it and it'd be rancid, and I was like, and I think that's what kind of got me into that point. But so now I'm kind of like, if it's not open yet, or if it just got open, then it can go past the date. But
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, our neighbors across the street do this thing they call it the bread run. They do it once a month, and it's through their church. And they go to like BJ's, Sam's Club,
what?
All these different grocery stores. They go to Trader Joe's, and these people give them all the stuff that's like a day before it's going to expire. And they load up this huge truck. They go to the church. They fill the church freezers full. Then everybody from the church takes what they want, and then these guys load their pickup truck with whatever's left. It's usually a big pickup truck loaded with food, and they come home, and then they call us up, and we walk across the street, and we take what we want. Sometimes they come back with gallons of milk, like 50 gallons of milk, and 60 cartons of eggs, and then whatever they don't want, we don't want, or any other neighbors, they bring it to the town, because they do it on a Saturday. They bring it down to the town landfill, and they put it on tables, and it's gone in minutes, But that has gotten me, a little bit more lenient on that, because a lot of that stuff is getting ready to expire, so we just throw it all right in the freezer. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm not. If it's been open, it's done. I'm done with it.
No, I completely understand where you're coming, especially with something like mayonnaise. You brought up a perfect example.
Yeah.
There's things like mayonnaise, milk, stuff like that I wouldn't take the chance, because I won't.
Yeah.
We were having salad the other night for dinner, and I grabbed some French dressing and I drizzled it on my salad and put it down, and my son picks it up and he goes, "Dad?" Yeah, and he goes, "December 2018, this expired." And I was like, "What?" And I'm halfway through my salad. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, we just opened it. It tastes fine." So then I start looking at all the salad dressings on the table. Every one of them was expired.
Been in there years.
Salad dressing is one of those things. You buy a few of them and you throw them on the shelf in the pantry, up in the cupboard, and you open them and you go through them so slow, But then once you do open them, they sit in the fridge forever. They're on the door, and then when you have salad, you grab all the dressings and you run out and stick them all on the table so everybody can pick what they want. And you never think to check. You just keep using them because you don't use them. Like they don't deplete fast. We eat a lot of salad too. They just don't deplete super fast because we don't. I don't know. Just don't.
Or can you pass me some of that blue cheese dressing over there? Oh wait, that's not blue chease dressing. We gotta throw that out.
It used to be ranch.
Yeah, it used to be ranch.
Yeah, blue cheese is one that I'm. Once blue cheese is open and I know it's like I'm on that.
Yeah.
After a few weeks, it's in the trash.
It won't last long enough to expire in my house. I love blue cheese dressing.
I do too.
Cosmo Black, hello, thumbs up, high five.
Cosmo.
Oh, I
And
noticed
a regular
Cosmo's
fish.
wearing the blue suit now.
Yeah, you noticed that, huh?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think his channel looks good in blue.
Hey, Mr. Gill.
Yes, sir.
I'd say thank you for letting me on your panel on that. I'm gonna take off. I've got to get up early in the morning. I just want to jump on here and yak with y'all for a couple of minutes.
I'm glad you did, man.
Nice.
Seriously, it was a pleasure getting you on the panel for the first time.
Cool,
Your
appreciate
internet's
it.
working really good today as well.
Mr. Van
What's that?
Doozy,
Yes,
good to see you, sir.
You're welcome
All right,
anytime, my friend.
Des R5. Alrighty, gamer.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Have a great
Bye.
night, bud.
Yeah, Bob, I gotta get going too. I gotta be up at 6.
Uncle Bob. Terminator 2 quote.
Okay,
Snap Pearl, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
fine.
Bye, Des.
Have a good night,
Bye,
Des.
me
Much
now,
love
Des.
to you.
You're leaving me to be by myself with just men? Come on now.
It's going to be a sausage fest,
We're
isn't it?
freeing up a few spots for others to come up, so.
Hey, sure not. I need some females up here, okay?
Urgent care calls in the morning.
I hear you. Well, much love to you.
All
Go
right.
get some rest.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night, Des.
Don't forget to recycle your plastics.
That's right. Get your pet spaded and
Good
neutered.
point. Yeah.
So sorry.
He's
What are you
creating
doing? I'm watching the
that
Price
version.
is Right. Well, shut it off. I'm not to the spade and neuter part yet. I can't shut it off.
Exactly. The universe just wouldn't be quite right that day without saying that.
That's right. Oh boy.
There we go. Just post the link just in case.
Now you
Words of
Night, Des.
inspiration are better than words of negativity, I find.
Now you got Drew Carey hosting it, so at the end of the show now he's like, "All right, folks, have a good day, and don't forget, don't trust hookers."
Look at that. That is a really cool name. Desiree Fournier. Wow.
She's a really cool person. She
That is
really
a cool
She's
name
got
as
me
well.
through some really tough spots in my life,
Good
and vice
night.
versa.
I can auto do. Oh yes, the PC. The joy. I only have to
You guys
type
grew up
it.
together, Bob?
We didn't grow up together. We, well, yeah, I guess you could say that. I met her when I was like a sophomore in high school. She was going out with my best friend at the time, and we just, over the years, we just became the very best of friends.
Now, was she growing up in your neck of the woods, or were you living down in her neck of the woods, or were you guys in a totally different state?
I was born and raised in Rhode Island, and that's where we met, Coventry, Rhode Island. And I moved up here in '96, and of course they stayed down there. But we've always kept in touch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to drive to Rhode Island every weekend, man.
Me too. I ain't got nothing else input for say. I might as well just said that.
There
I
you
wish I
go.
could drive Rhode Island. You know, he was talking about all these foods and all that. I ain't from America, so I was sitting here knowing diddly shit.
I bet you got some really good food where you're at too.
Tea. They have tea. That's all they
There's
have.
a lot of tea. You know the old joke, as I always say, the UK, we have tea, bad teeth, and a lot of incest. That's the three things.
Oh my.
Welcome to England.
I wasn't aware of the incest thing. Now it explains the thumbprint on your forehead.
Well, that's not even actually a joke. You want to look into English history, but let's not go.
No, I didn't know that.
The royals, not my queen. My queen's awesome, so we got. But the royals all are no related. Yeah, it's common over here. Woo! It's our thing. There you go. See, I haven't got nothing valuable for you, Gil. Nothing valuable.
You being here is valuable enough for me. You don't feel like you have to say something witty every once in a while.
I don't have to say anything witty. Here's my food contribution to you Americans: Hickory Farm Summer Sausage Christmas Selection Pack. They're overpriced.
I agree. The only thing that I like from Hickory Farms, believe it or not, is their turkey summer sausage.
Oh.
You shake your head, but you really should try it. If you haven't tried it, you should try it.
I like the cheese. Every year somebody in my boss, this will be my 5th Christmas with my boss, and every year somebody buys him the Hickory Farms basket. Every year, he I don't know, he always gets baskets of stuff. Like nobody knows what to give him, so he always gets baskets of stuff, and he always gets one of them. And they have the cheese that there's one particular cheese usually in there. It's a wheel, and each triangle of cheese is individually wrapped. I'm not sure what kind of cheese it is, but that's the one I love.
Desiree.
How much?
Hang on. What is it? Soft cheese?
Junior joined us now. Hello.
Yeah, it's medium
Hello.
soft. It's not super soft.
Oh, okay.
What's up, David?
That's Desiree's son and my godson.
I was just gonna say now, what channel is this? Because I'm not sure. I can't put a face to him.
I was going to say, this guy looks just like the guy who was poking his head in the door when Desiree was on. That's really weird.
Yeah, for the record, I hate summer sausage, and I was very reluctant to try it one day, like the turkey summer sausage, let alone regular summer sausage, but it's actually delicious. It's not like rock hard and chewy like most summer sausages are.
Chewy summer sausage, eh?
You guys have
this is right up your alley, isn't it? Not a great gamer.
Everything goes up my alley.
Oh boy.
See, the perfect prank. I could use that hairspray that dyes my hair green, so then you just think I was bald when I started my stream up. They're talking about dyeing my hair, and I said no. I said perfect prank.
Why wouldn't you dye your hair?
My hair is so unhealthy. If I dyed my hair, it would probably it would break off too easily. I have not cut my hair in 10 years.
Really?
Yes. Landon was a year old the last time I cut my hair. And my hair was like right here up until like the last maybe 4 or 5 months. It started growing finally.
Even still, I'd be happy to have your hair.
I ain't changing what I got because I'd like it to keep growing.
Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed at that.
No, it's totally laughable.
He'd be like, oh, look at my hair. I'll keep it long. I don't care.
Gamer, do you guys have Slim Jims over in the UK?
Do we have what?
Slim Jims?
I'm assuming that people who are called James who are underweight.
No, we're not talking about the tool to break into cars either. We're talking about the food.
Jerky type thing.
It's what?
It's like processed meat with spices and wrapped in plastic.
It's like jerky in a tube. It's like jerky in a tube.
Hang on. Is this what we call pepperami?
Sort of.
Yeah, kind of. There's pepperoni sticks.
Yeah,
no, pepperami is different from pepperami slightly because it's a bit spicy. Pepperami, Google it.
Pepperami?
Pepper is P-E-P-P-E-R-A. Oh, I don't. Just fucking Google it.
Don't tell me. What if I don't want to Google it? What if I want to DuckDuckGo it? Can I do that?
Because I want to know what. I've got to Google Slim Jim now because I'm curious.
Well, you got to snap into it. You have to snap into it because it's literally like plastic on the outside. I think they're. When I was a kid, I loved them, and then I didn't have one for years, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, it was probably like 5-6 years ago. I was like, I haven't had a Slim Jim forever, and I bought a Slim Jim, and I was eating, and I was like, these are disgusting, greasy.
Pepperami, I think that's what he's referring to, is a sausage snack manufactured by Jack's Links.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that owns Jack's Links lives in Nokomis, Florida.
Oh. They're huge over here. But the things that you just showed me, the Slim Jims, the best way to explain it is they look like if you go to like the German stores,
Mhm.
they look like the sausages that the Germans eat. That's the only way to explain it. If they taste the same, then I would like it, but I don't know because I've never had one.
Like
So
bratwurst.
David, the producer, hello, thumbs up, high five.
David
bratwurst
the
with cheese.
producer.
Ooh, bratwurst with melted cheese.
Right.
And a wiggly fish for David the producer.
Going in.
So good at that, man.
When I was a liquor rep down in Florida, I took care of this restaurant in Nokomis, and I went in there one day, and this kid gave me a whole case of mixed Jack Link's products, all fresh, all brand new. The restaurant didn't open till 4, and he was there during the day doing paperwork, and this guy came and knocking on the door. It was like noon, and so he opens the door up. He says, "Hey, we don't open for 4 hours." And the guy goes, "Hey, listen, man, I know you're not open. I'm not looking to talk to anybody. All right, I just want to relax. I got to take a flight in a couple hours, and I don't like to fly. Can I come in and have 2 gin and tonics? I'll just you don't have to ring it up. I know you're registered set up. I'll leave a $20 bill on the bar. Just 2 gin and tonics is all I need." The kid goes, "All right, come on in." So he gives the guy a gin and tonic. You know, he goes in the office, whatever. He comes back out. He gives him a second gin and tonic. Chats with him for a while. The guy doesn't say anything about who he is, and he goes, "There you go." Throws a $20 bill on the bar, and he goes, "Thanks."
Hey, what's up?
Kid's like, "Yeah, no problem, man." You know, and guy leaves. Like 3 hours later, this woman shows up, and she's got 2 cases of mixed Jack Link's products. Her husband owns the company, and she said, "My husband wanted to say thank you for letting him come in. He hates flying, and he needed those 2 drinks to kind of loosen up to get on the plane today. And on the way to the airport, he told me to come home and fill you up 2 boxes full of stuff from the house and bring it up to you." So he gave me one of the boxes. All kinds of crap in it, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, that stuff's not cheap, you know. So I was very happy to have it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. I'm hassling David the producer to come up onto your thing.
Geez, I just noticed there's somebody in hold on. There's somebody in the waiting area.
Hey.
Oh,
no! Oh no!
Here comes trouble.
Hello, my little sausage buddy.
Hey, my sausage partner.
Yeah, there we go. That's reference for you.
What's going on, Angel?
Been a pretty productive week. As you guys can see, I am wearing this, but no, I don't have a job. But I might be getting a volunteer opportunity soon enough.
I'm going to step away for 1 sec.
All right. Sweet. Well, so you don't have a job, but you're going to be doing some volunteering? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because yesterday I went in for an interview at the Arizona Science Center here in Phoenix, and I'm just waiting to hear back to see if they'll allow me to volunteer there to get some volunteer hours and to build my resume.
Awesome. That's sweet. Well, I hope they allow you to do it. That'd be awesome. Nice little resume builder. Speaking of which, David, how's your job going? David Jr.
It's not going. It's doing good. I'm starting to get my hours back up. Next week,
Yeah.
I start doing 30 hours. So
Nice. It's great to finally have you up on the panel, buddy.
Now, does he have a channel?
David, do you have a? Yes, he does have a channel. Do you want to talk about your channel a little bit since you're on?
Hey, David, if you type in the chat, mate, I'll subscribe as well for you.
I'm wondering if he's been in the chat before, if I know who he is. And
Well, I think the chat only goes so far for so long because whenever I scroll up, it only reaches like to the comments from like 2 minutes ago.
well,
Yeah, David, if you want to
my
type something in.
I haven't been using my channel lately because I haven't been using my channel lately due to the fact of I've been having problems with copyrights from YouTube. So
Okay.
I mainly been using Twitch, but
what's your channel name? Have you ever
channel? I usually
before?
a lot of things. I usually do. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I'm sure he's been in the
Well,
chat
I
before,
usually
and I
do
probably
get,
know who he is.
I
but know the
do
name.
talk about some things like I do advice and stuff. Whatever experience in the past, I use that and give it to people that may have experience, may not have gotten to it or haven't happened to them. So I use that to give people advice and give it.
Do you have any examples, David? Do you have any examples of what you're talking about? Not to go in deeply to a story, but like just a overview.
Yeah. So I've actually had a subscriber ask me about what do I in a situation of telling their parents that they're different, say like they're trans or something like that. I got asked how they would come out to that, and I basically told them straight out, whenever you're ready and feel comfortable, ask them to sit down with you and just tell them. And whenever you're ready to tell that person how you feel, what you want to, like how you want to be in life, you just let it be.
Cool. That's
me,
cool. And I'm
Bye, Joshua.
Joshua, good night.
Josh, have a good night, buddy. Sorry about that. That's cool, David. That's cool. David's also referred to as the snow angel. In his little corner of Rhode Island, he would go around and he would donate his time when it snowed out and help like elderly people, disabled people and whatnot get their driveways all shoveled out that couldn't otherwise do it themselves. And
That's
he would
really
do
cool.
it free of charge. So,
That's awesome, David.
he does a lot of volunteer work and stuff like that too. So I've always been proud of you for that.
I've been doing that for 3.5 years now.
It's
Yep.
really,
That's an
really,
awesome thing.
really,
Very honorable.
very self-protect.
I'm gonna still continue.
Awesome.
Sweet.
NWI, I'm glad you stopped it.
Me too. It is good to see. Someday, look, I plan on being out toward that neck of the woods again. It'd be nice if it was next year. So if you live in that area, I want to collab with more people. This time, I want to actually do more of what the other channels do. Like with R5, I want to go fishing. I want to do an exploration video. That kind of thing.
We went and explored a pretty cool cemetery today.
Sweet.
Who's replaced viewed this? Who's this dude?
I don't think I've ever seen you without your glasses.
That's why he wears glasses. Look at him.
What? Oh, Angel's bringing out the cheese curl dong.
I only wear them on a live stream. And I've had people say that to me, like, I'll be on live streams, so like, what do your eyes look like? I'm like, just watch one of my videos. I don't wear glasses. I don't wear sunglasses.
No, he never does. Yeah, in the old. Do you do them all in the basement?
What's that?
Do you do them all in the basement?
I do now. For now, I do. Yeah, all my videos are in the basement right now.
That one you did the other day was cool. It was only about a minute long. The one you was on about the rising star. I didn't comment, but I did watch it.
Admittedly, I've got to catch up on your stuff, but
it was Outdoors with Eric. Yeah.
You did a collab with him?
No, I did an episode. All my episodes are about other creators. We recommend channels. We're a YouTube channel guide.
Nice.
We have a series called Rising Stars. Whenever we find somebody who's really taken off, we feature them in the Rising Star section. And it's tough because you got to find somebody who's actually doing it. So I've had people say to me like, "Oh man, bring more Rising Stars." I'm like, "Well, I got to find them. You got to find them." So
yeah.
And it was time for Eric. It was time.
Are you gonna get any more of your family involved? It's pretty cool how you brought your boy into it. I thought that he's got quite a good personality and he's growing into it as well. You've seen him getting more confident each time.
Yeah, he really
cool.
is. And I get a lot of great comments on my videos about him and how well he does and how great he is. My
Tell
10
him reviewed this sentence. I love that bit.
my 10-year-old wants to do it. He doesn't want to do. He would do that if if I I don't want to put my 10-year-old in right now because I'm already skeptical about having the 13-year-old all these new family rules they're putting out and everything. I
Yeah.
went to old videos today, and I didn't know this, but one of my videos has the comments disabled on it, which is weird because he's done so many episodes on his own, and for some reason, just one of them has all the comments disabled by YouTube. But my 10-year-old and I have a great idea. It was a great idea for a channel. I already have the name, I already have the channel made and everything, but it's just finding time. It's finding time to do it. So I don't want to bring him into view this because this channel is growing pretty well and it's doing well. I don't want to bring a kid into it and then end up being categorized by YouTube and so if I do a channel with him and it goes that route, that's fine because he's 10. So
Right. Could you do me a favor while we're talking about your channel? Can you just kind of post in the chat real quick so people can say, "Hey, I like this guy. Let's go ahead and subscribe to him."
And please, David, as well, because I still want to subscribe to him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, go ahead and comment in the chat. That'd be great.
JTIS or JT is all business is in the chat, Gil. Thumbs up and high five.
Hey, it's good to see you, buddy. There you go.
Big
Thumbs up.
booms,
And
thumbs up and high five.
yeah, thumbs up and high five. There you go. It's all business.
You know that name, I had to sit there and kind of read it through my head. I'm like, JT, JT is all business.
Oh man, almost at 150K, JT. That's awesome. Good for you, brother. Wow.
There's the Rising Star edition right there. Look at that.
Yeah, we did the shape. The shape's one of our best performing videos on our channel. We did Wisco. He went from like 220 subs to like 3,100 in like a week. It's crazy.
I really love how you've got these set up.
Thanks.
You want to check them out? The Rising Stars are really good.
Yeah, I definitely.
What the fuck you doing?
Noble girl, why you leaving?
Someone taking off.
Noble girl said she's gonna go for the night.
All right. Well, Noble Girl, you have a good night. Get some rest, hon. Much love to you. Thumbs up and a high five.
See, I don't know. Our channel's a family channel, so we've got kids on our channel as well.
What's that, R5?
I said our channel's the family channel, so like our kids are on the channel from the get-go, so I can't all of a sudden just take them out.
Right.
No, that makes total sense. And you don't really, I don't think you've ever put your kids in a position where YouTube would necessarily pull the comments.
They pulled the comments on one video, and it was the beach video, which I thought was really hilarious because knowing how they were about swimming videos, all my kids had their full clothes on. They were swimming with shorts and t-shirts on, and it still got the comments disabled. Yeah. I'm like, that's the same clothes they wear on an everyday basis.
Right.
I'm like, seriously, that's kind of ridiculous.
So that video that's on my main page, real quick for everybody.
Let's go back.
Oh, the pin that's on my main page, whether you're new or returning, that video right there. Anybody who's interested, if you have a channel and you're putting out regular content, and you know what your channel's about, if you I'm going to save you watching the video. See this? If you want to, you can make a video up to 30 seconds, in that range. Say who you are, say what your channel is about, and all I ask you to do is just finish it out with, and you're watching Viewed This, or or now on to Viewed This, whatever. But throw it to me, at the end of the video. Say, okay, now on to Viewed This or whatever. And then I've got a whole folder full of these from all kinds of creators. And if you watch my last 6 videos, they all open with a different creator. So it's just another way for us to promote people. So all you have to do is make the video, upload it, unlist, make it, edit it however you want it to be, and make just remember you're promoting your channel, so make it however you're proud of to promote your own channel, and then upload it unlisted into YouTube, and then you can send me the link either in direct message on Twitter or viewedthis@gmail.com. You can shoot me the link there. I'll capture the video, and then I just randomly pick people and put them in the beginning of every one of my videos now. So like
That's cool.
The Rising Star video had Grimm's outdoor adventures, hiking bushcraft. We used Drunk Kings and Darwin did an entrance for us. The video Collins show. The upcoming ones that I have coming up are going to be the Life with Tina B did one. Iguana's done one for me. 280 Times Trivia Channel. And some of these I haven't used, some I have, but I've got a ton of them. So anybody who wants to, I'll promote you. And also, you see the Nick DiPaolo episode there on the After Dark. That's one of my newest episodes, and the comedian Nick DiPaolo is actually in that video. So
wow,
he did a quick little clip for me, and it's in the video, so it's kind of cool. So if you want to check that out too.
And view this. I was totally listening, but I kind of spaced out. Did you say like basically an unlisted video saying what your channel is about?
Sure. So yeah, you just be like, hey, I'm so and so. I do this and this. Our channel we do this and this and this, and then just whatever your elevator pitch is to get people to come to your channel. And then what I do is I put you in the beginning of the video. Whoever the video is, whoever I'm featuring in the video, I always link their channel in the description. Whoever's intro I use, I link them in the description as well. So there'll be a link to your channel in the description. It's free promotion.
I've watched quite a few of your videos, and I do like how you do them. I like how your videos are done. I literally went on a binge watch of probably 10 of them one night, and I think I only commented on one. Yeah. But I just kept watching more. Like I commented on the first one. That I think I watched the Drone Kings and Darwin one, and then after watching that one, I'm like, I went to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. I'm like, I didn't leave a comment on any of the others. I think I just left a comment on the Drone Kings and Darwin. I might not even left a comment on that one, but I just kind of went down the line of like 10 of them.
Yeah,
Crystal. You know how we binge watch Snobby Scrap Pickers channel.
Oh, did we go on a binge today on you?
No. I think I'm going to binge watch View This tomorrow. I'm in a unique position where I can just kind of sit there and play YouTube videos while I'm working because my work monitors are right above my play monitors.
Yeah, I did that last night actually. I binge watched. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a channel called Gonzi. But I binged the hell out of Gonzi last night. And I've seen a lot of his content before. Let me tell you, I'll tell you guys right now, if nobody knows who Gonzi is, look him up, check him out. This guy
do you know how to spell it?
I can. Do you want me to just drop a link?
Yeah, well, that's even better.
Let's see.
I'll feature the channel.
So I don't know if the link went through, but I did post my channel.
Endless Vlogs, how you doing? Thumbs up and high five.
Endless Vlogs. It is good to see you.
I don't think I saw it, David. I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, I don't see it in the chat either, buddy.
Just literally type anything, like even if it's a full stop, and it'll just.
So yeah, this. So here you go. There's the channel there if you wanna click on it and check it out. But this guy's got 2,020 subscribers. He's just over 2,000. I'm gonna tell you right now, he has an 8-part movie that he did. The 8th, I'm waiting. This is crazy. This guy's got 2,000 subs, and I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for part 8 to drop. I watched one episode, right? And if you go, I'm telling you, if you start watching this series, I'll bet you'll watch the whole thing. It's called Me, Myself, and Us. And it's this movie he's doing. The production quality is outstanding, absolutely outstanding. He's got some. You go through his. You go through his. His videos, and they're all they're. Some of them are a little edgy and things like that. You know what I mean? His older stuff or whatever, but they're hilarious. The gym teacher is awesome. You got to watch the gym teacher video. That's amazing. But that series was just unbelievable.
Oh no, Big Boon, subscribe. You can say subscribe in this chat. You can say subscribe.
Yeah, you can say subscribe.
I'm gonna say that I ain't about all the networking thing. I don't mean that offensively. If I like someone's channel, I'll follow him. If I don't, I won't.
Yeah, no, that's the way it always should be. In truth.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It wasn't going to be anything about you saying subscribe because you said I'm still learning how to do this network thing. I was going to say, honestly, network is your idea is go to the channels, check them out. If it's something you like, go grab them up. Don't expect to return. Leave a comment on the video that's genuine to the video they just made. Not, hey, I just joined you. And if they like your channel, because they're going to check your channel out more than likely, they'll subscribe you back. That's how networking is done.
Networking, plain and simple, is just becoming a part of the community, not being a sub for sub, just trying to grab numbers, you know, getting to know people personally. That's really what it's all about. That's the foundation. Connecting with people.
I'll be honest with you. If someone comes to my channel and they're like, "Oh wow, I really like that video. It was really cool. I love how you did this or that," or "Hell, I enjoy this kind of channel, so I'll go check this person out." And that's all the comment says. I guarantee you right now, every person that does that, I'm going to your channel. I check everybody out.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, my channel survives on checking out other channels. That's all I do. But if you come to my channel and you're just like, "Hey, I just saw you in XYZ live stream. Let's stay connected."
Or like number
Yeah,
10.
exactly. That little caveat at the end is what turns me off.
Let's stay connected. You're almost guaranteed.
It's the ones that like literally come onto your chats come onto your streams as well, and they'll go, "Hey, I don't know. Sorry, I saw you on Gill Skills, hitting the thumbs up." And
Nice vid. Let's stay connected.
I actually
Yes.
I blocked them twats and then unblock them so they unsubscribe, didn't they? And people are gonna go, "That's nasty," but I ain't got time for that shit, man. It's like,
Rick
I'm
Thomas.
sorry if it sounds arrogant.
There's a guy, and I'm not gonna. I won't say the name, but there's a channel out there, and 4 days in a row in live streams I was in, this guy kept showing up and he kept saying, "Hey, I'm only 4 away from 1,600, right?" For 4 days in a row. And so the first day he shows up, I click on his channel, he's at like 1,509. And I'm like, what? Do you think people are gonna look when they go to your channel? So, but apparently it was working, because 4 days later he shows up and he's like, "I'm only 4 away from 1,600. At that point he was 9 away, but still he had grown, 80 subscribers in 4 days. And I'll tell you right now, I recommend good channels. I don't bash anybody, but this guy's channel is garbage. That's why I'm not saying his name. I'm telling you, it's garbage. It's complete garbage, right? And so I'm like, so finally I was on the video calling show. He does that Sunday night. You guys should come on some Sunday night. It's great. Sunday night.
I keep on meaning to make it. I just keep missing it.
Sunday night is open, so he packs as many people as he can on. His Zoom can hold up to 100 people. He wants to try to break it. 17 is the most, I think, or 18 that we've gotten. But he's like, "Let's break Zoom. Let's see how many people we can actually stick on here." So Sunday nights, 10 o'clock, it's open season. Everybody comes on, right? It's a lot of fun. And this guy comes in the chat, and I'm on panel. And he's like, "Hey, I'm only forward from 1,600. And I was like, "Hey, none of that crap in here." And I don't know what was in me that night. I don't know what, but I went off on this dude. I was like, he just this kid irritates me so much. I hate seeing him on those live streams. I don't want to deal with him.
I think we all know a few people out there like that.
Chat here, right? Oh, here we go. I'll put his name in private chat for you guys.
I don't think I've ever seen Angel so silent in my life.
Yeah, me too. He's just sitting there like a good little.
Well, that's because I'm focusing on something right now.
The laugh was there. He's still there.
I love that laugh. It's so infectious.
Me too.
There you go.
It sounds like the old Star Trek from the first series, the transponders when they used to beam me up, Scotty. You know the things I'm on about?
No, that laugh kind of reminds me of a clown's laugh, and it's a little bit freaky for me. I don't like clowns.
I'm not a fan of clowns.
It's like, oh.
No one likes clowns. Especially
I'm
when
like,
you see them in
around the
dreams.
corner of my
Yes.
eye.
You know what I'm talking about, Bob?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Yeah.
No, but Gil, in all honesty, like I went over there because I think Drone King said something about having the video that he made on him, and I was like, I'm gonna go check that out. And I went over there, and I kid you not, I probably watched at least 10 videos in a row, and they're all like 6 minutes, 7 minutes long, so they're not like 2-minute videos. And I'm like, I just kept watching, and finally I'm like, I gotta put my phone away. I can't keep watching anymore.
My older videos, we were doing like 8 to 12 minutes on the first few. Like, there's a drastic change. It's funny if you watched from today. I was going through my videos, and what I was doing was I was going back to my first videos, and I replied to one of your comments today, Crystal, and I did, because what I did was I went back to older things, and I invited everyone to come back and check us out. If it was on any of the videos from when me and my kid were sitting at the desk when we were recording, those are the videos I went back to, and I said, "Hey, we really changed a lot," or whatever, however I worded it, basically, and I was like, "Here's a link to our newest video. I invite you to come check us out, and make sure you check out the pinned video on my page where we'll promote you for free. And I went to everybody that had been there, had commented before on my videos, and I went back and invited everybody to come back and see how we've improved. If you go and watch, I implore anyone, go watch episode 1. It was about Reyes the entrepreneur, and then go watch the latest episode, which is about Outdoors with Eric. It's night and day. It's complete. It should be. I've been doing this for 9 months. It should be night and day. I should have improved by now. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's for all of us. You go to our original videos that we've done to what we've recently done. There's a huge change.
Oh, absolutely. So I decided I'm going to go back and invite everyone to come back and check it out. I'll tell you, I did that today, and over the next 3 or 4 hours, I went up 11 subs. I started getting comments on videos from people that I was like, I sent that guy a message. I sent that guy a message. So people were coming back, which was cool. And my newest video went up 20 views today. So it was cool. It worked.
That's awesome.
And it got people to come back over and check us out again. And I think I think anybody who, when you're first starting out, go back and invite people to come back and see you and see how you've changed and see how you've evolved.
I've noticed some growth going back and changing up and optimizing my tags on older videos. Definitely helped too. I'm seeing more views because of that.
I did a collab with The Shape. So there's a video on my page that's a collaboration with The Shape. And when I did the thumbnail for that, when I did The Shape, when I did the thumbnail for that, he wears a hockey mask in all his videos. So what I did was I superimposed my face. You could barely see my face on top of the hockey mask, so it was kind of like him and me, and it was just kind of like, it was like, our first collaboration or something like that. And I recently went back and changed it. I put a picture of me and a picture of him, and it's a white thumbnail. I changed the color, I changed everything, and it was at 583 views. And it's a long video. It's long. It's 16 minutes long or something. It's a long one. And immediately, it was sitting at 583 for a month. And as soon as I changed that thumbnail, it's at 607 now or something. I did that 7 days ago. So I'm getting a few views every day now. It's crazy. I'm like, wow, look at this. That's nuts.
That is pretty neat. Seriously, it's amazing what little changes you can make on some of those older videos that can bring you more traction.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed recently too is that I've been screwing up my keywords. I think what I do is if I'm highlighting a channel, I put in keywords that are going to bring people in that are looking for a channel like that, and that's not the right thing for me to do because every time my keywords are different, and I'm not putting in things that are going to bring people in that are looking for a channel like mine. So I need to put things in for people that are looking for recommended things and people that are looking for trendy things or whatever. So I just recently started adding more detail.
The only one I would make sure you add in that wouldn't be consistent would be whatever the channel name is that you're featuring.
Oh, I do.
Other than that, I would keep a consistent set of keywords.
Yeah,
saying you're kind of a review type channel like that.
Do you use any sort of special tools? View this for do you use a paid version of anything? TubeBuddy?
I have the Legend. I have a Legend license on TubeBuddy, and I have I think it's the Executive on vidIQ.
Oh wow! So you're right on top of it.
But I just got to learn how to do it. I have the tools to do it. I'm just not that good at it.
Yeah. I'm still learning too. That the key search terms, search terms and stuff like that, because it's not keywords; it's search terms that really will help you rank. And
it's just that for me, I don't know what the proper words to type in for a video and such, and oftentimes I don't type in any form of search words for when I do a live stream. But whenever I post a video, I don't know what to put in because, the video that I posted the other day about my interview, I don't know what to put in.
There's this program that I'm trying out that I actually love. It's called Morning Fame.
I was gonna figure that.
Yeah. Morning Fame is fantastic. It breaks it down in such layman's terms for people to understand exactly what you need to do. It breaks down key search terms and it gives it a grade based on relevancy to your channel, how much likes and dislikes you may get, how many more subscribers you may get. Well, let me show it to you. I'll show. Give me just a second. I'll pull it up and feature it.
What is that? Is that $12 or $15 a month, or
it's $13 a month, but you get that key search term. Let me show you. Give me just a second here.
You know, when the executive IQ license I got recently, I actually won it in a contest on a channel. The guy was giving away a license, an executive license that he had gotten from them. So it's like I VidIQ. I only had free, and I won a free lifetime executive license. So
oh, geez, you lucked out.
Now that I won it in a contest, but you know what? That thing, I've had it for like 3 weeks. The best thing about that is there's a thing in there where it analyzes your videos and it tells you this is the best day and time to release a video.
Yeah, this does that too.
For me, it's 11 p.m. on Monday, right? So I was like, what the heck? So my past 3 videos, I put them out at 11 p.m. on Monday.
It's hard to interrupt you, but right now I'm trying it, but it says that it's asking for a invitation code.
Yeah, it is invitation only. Someone that has it has to send you an invitation, and you would have to subscribe to it more or less. You get like a free trial period with it. Let's see. Hold on. I'm not really 100% sure how to do this because I've never really sent anyone an invitation yet. Let's see. No, it's not share tip, but I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure it out, and I'll put it in my community tab for you, Angel. Would that work for you?
Yeah.
Or like what I can do is I can reach out to you on Hangouts.
Well, actually, I think we follow each other on Twitter, so you can message me on Twitter.
Yes, yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah, if you're interested in trying it out, I can send you an invite.
Yeah, because I would like to give this a try if it can help with search terms and words to help try to have some of my older videos gain more traction.
Yeah, this is laid out so simply. This is basically the overview page. I mean, as you can see, my channels. They say my channel could be doing better, and it gives you goals to shoot for, for views, for view duration, for likes, dislikes, dislikes, but subscribers, things of that nature. And then it grades your videos.
Wow.
So it's like these are doing really well. Like the last 4 videos that I did, the tags, the thumbnails, everything's starting to come together. As you can see, if you get one of these medals, they're really happy with you.
That's great.
If you see snoring, that means, you're sucking in that part and you need to improve, obviously.
Bad news, you suck.
But so I mean, top videos by average duration from visitors.
It's not looking too sad here, mate, to be honest, is it? So please forgive me. The medal's a good thing, I'm assuming.
Yes. Very much.
Okay.
So,
my eyes are awful, so I'm really having to squint for this.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get a notification of your comment or the response you made on the video, but I do know I've watched a more recent one because the drone things in Darwin, or drone productions in Darwin, I think it is, or something. I know this is a more recent one you did.
Yeah, Drone Kings wasn't too long ago, about 2 months ago or so.
Oh,
I know I left a message on that. Okay. I think I said something along the lines of Drone is an awesome guy, and then something else. But
this is the keyword search tool that I was talking about. So, for example, if I want to say recycling or recycle scrap metal, you can put that term in, and it tells you whether or not it's searchable on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a double check, that means it's searchable on YouTube and Google.
Oh, nice.
Which is really nice. So say I want to use that, it gives you alternatives too. These are common keywords, and common keywords are used more for like larger channels. And the smaller channels tend to go with more the uncommon keywords or key search terms, as they like to call them. And they give you options for common hashtags, uncommon hashtags. They give you top ranking videos based on the search criteria you put in.
Wow.
Yeah, and all the tags they use, which is really nice. So say I want to use that and I want to proceed to step 3, it grades it. So like, this gets 48, and you probably know the score system. This uses the same score system that like TubeBuddy uses.
Mm-hmm.
But like on subscriber count, you want to shoot for at least a D on each one of these, but it gives you a grade based on subscribers, views, likes, and comments, and relevance to your channel.
I like that.
And it also gives you additional suggestions. So like if this is what you want, but it's not quite right and you want to get a better grade, you can look for alternatives here as well.
I'm going to give you some terms away to put in there. I'm going to take some notes. I'm just kidding.
Sure. It's up.
Oh, goodness.
Let's see. But you know, there's obvious ones like let's see, YouTube channel growth. Like if I put something like that in there, it's not gonna rate well.
Because everyone's doing it.
It rated well. It's searchable, but it's gonna suck for your channel or my channel, because this right here, this big bar right here is that's on average how many subscribers people with those tags use this search term.
Wow.
Yeah. And here I am, little down here, 4.5, 443.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's an average. So competition's too high. See, it tells you, it warns you. It's like, if you want to continue, it's like, hey, you really don't want to use this. If you use this, you're not gonna get much. So,
will you do one term for me real quick?
Of course.
Will you search recommended channel? Because I use that in the beginning of every title on my thing. It's
just recommended channel,
at least.
Yeah, we'll start with it. That's all I can think of off my head, but.
Non-searchable. However, it's grading well, but it's not a searchable term.
So if somebody searches for it, nothing's going to come up.
Right. So in other words, you're not going to rank for it based on search terms because it's not.
Now, what if you were to use something like because he's promoting other channels? What if he used recommended promotions or something?
Channel promotions. Yeah, I don't know what I got.
So like again, you got suggestions here. Mm-hmm. Recommended channel, YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
See, now that's searchable, but the score sucks.
Since he's promoting other channels, I would think something along the lines of promotion. I know when I used that in my live streams, I pulled in a lot of people that were searching me, and I was ranking at the top of the searchability of that key phrase when I was live.
Yeah, see, it's not searchable.
Damn it. All right. I got to get this program now. Thanks, Bob.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's helped me quite a bit, and I've used it pretty extensively in the last 4 videos, and as you can see, I've had some pretty decent growth.
No, you could definitely tell just by looking at that. That's good. That's really good.
There you go.
Start sending you some keywords there, Bob.
What?
Yeah, once you figure out how you can invite people, just send me an invitation code to Twitter, because I like to give Morning Mind Frame a shot.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a really, really nice program. I just need to figure out how to send the invitation. In fact, if you guys want to talk for a few minutes, you can cover me, and I'll try to see if I can figure it out.
Egg potato changed my life.
There you go.
Not a great sausage. Song. We're going to interrupt this program with a brief singing episode from Not a Great Sausage.
That was it. You get one line.
Yeah,
on Video Collins' show Sunday stream one time, I joked to Not Great Gamer about how I want his sausage to be my new penis.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
I was just joking with him because he is my sausage partner after all.
You see what happens when you turn it over, Bob?
What?
So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to put it out there. I am Angel Muniz's penis. Thank you, Angel. That makes me feel much self-worth.
Now, if Angel was a cheese curl,
it's gone there.
It never mind.
Yeah,
it's gone there.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid is rather thick right now.
Oh my gosh.
Usually when people call me a penis, I'm offended. But when I'm Angel's penis, I am honoured.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
You done squeaking down there?
Unsubscribe. Please. No,
Oh,
I don't want to leave the
unsubscribe.
program.
I know what to expect to come out of your mouth 99% of the time. There's a reason there's a little bit of fear when I put that link in the chat and go, sure, come up on panel, because I just don't know what's going to come out.
Not a great gamer is an awesome person.
It's like at
The
any
chat.
time we're all a bunch of monkeys, and at any time anybody can fling poo.
We're allowed to toss shit in here. Oh, he never said that. Right, let's go, guys. I don't. Okay, on my own.
Yeah,
How you doing? Thumbs up and high five.
great to see you, man. Great to see you.
I was covering you. Do what you're doing. We're good.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
David,
So
you're
I put my name up. So I put the name of my channel in the chat because the link's not working for some reason.
I see it, David.
No, yeah, it's in there. All you got to do is just type in the chat, and people can click on the 3 dots in the chat to go to your channel and subscribe to it.
Oh, the link's not working if you're not a mod.
What's up, Scully?
Yeah, you don't need to put a link in there, David. Just say something. Just
That just made me understand why he's saying
put anything in the chat. Put a smiley emoji in the chat. You can, and people can click on the 3 dots and go to your channel.
But some people find, but it's just that the one moment it's the 3 dots, the next moment people want a link. It's like every time they find something I don't want to do that, or it's like they're too lazy to even click on the dots.
Noble girl warrior, if you remember me without being nasty, you won't bother talking to me. We'll leave it at that.
Viewed this. With your videos that you've been putting up recently, how is your watch? Like, how many views are you getting on average?
Right now I'm getting they're averaging about 200, a little over 200. It all depends. Some of the videos are doing better, but
Like, what about the first
There's
hour?
some searchability going on if you're getting about 200 and you've got, because what's your, is it when you look through and see what the views, where they're coming from? Are they coming from notifications? Are they mainly coming from YouTube search? Are they mainly coming from, what are they coming from?
Depending on the video, between 50 and 63% of my views come from notifications.
Okay, so a lot of people are actually coming back from notifications.
Yep.
I was gonna say, because if you're getting that, you're getting pretty decent views for the subscriber count and everything. So that's what I was gonna say. Sometimes having a lower search, less likely word that people are using, is sometimes a good thing when you're a smaller YouTuber, just because you're gonna rank top when people search it.
Well, that's why I need to work on it, because if I'm getting, I think I don't know how accurate it is, but I was in a live stream one day and the guy was saying, if you want to know if you're getting good views or not, look at your subscriber count, and if you're getting 10% of what your subscriber count is for views in the first 7 days, then you're doing okay. So I usually get 200, and that's usually in the first 24 hours, and it peters off. I mean, in the first 48 hours, and it peters off after that, and then they trickle in. The Outdoors of Dark video come out Monday, and that's still not at 200, which I'm surprised. But it's getting there. It'll hit 200, pretty easily. So yeah, I figure if I do better search terms, I'm getting so many people that come back. I got people that come just every time the bell rings, they're there. I usually get 40, 50 views in the first hour, no problem. Boom, right out the gate. So it all depends. But my last.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Here.
I'm
putting this in the private chat. This is for really anybody that wants to try it. So you get the first month free, and that includes the keyword search tool and everything for free. Then after that, if you decide you want to keep it, you can pay the monthly.
Cool. I have it saved on a tab so I can check it out when we're done. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. It's really helped me, and if it helps a guy like me, it'll definitely help you guys.
Big Boon, 6 months ago, my videos were still pretty horrible. You're asking what about 6 months ago? I think that we did a good job in all of our videos. I just think that the quality, the production value of them was a lot less. I've done a lot of things to change over the time. We've changed the set. I've started adding clips of people's videos. When I did Mickey XOXO, I think was the first one that I did where I put a clip of somebody else's video.
I watched that one too. See, I watched a lot of them.
So now I put in clips of everybody's videos, and the way I had somebody sent me a DM on Twitter one day, and they're like, "Hey, I just watched your video, and you got clips of this guy's channel on your video." And I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Aren't you afraid of copyright strikes?" And I was like, "Not really, because I'm telling people to go to your channel and check you out. Like, if I recommend your channel, I put clips of your channel in the recommendation, and you want me to get a copyright strike, by all means, please. I mean, that's fine. I'll do the video down. I don't understand why you want that."
Most people with any degree of common sense realizes that you're promoting their channel. You're not slandering it. You're not trying to get subscribers to go away from that channel. You're trying to help.
Well, and the difference is too, you're saying put it up as unlisted, so it's not a public video. You're probably basically ripping it off to where, like, it should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I all I do is just show clips, and it's like I did. We did a video, a channel called Gnarly Bark, and it's a weird channel. It's a really cool channel, but it's a weird channel because they disable the comments on all their videos before they even release them. So like everyone's telling me, I tried to go tell them the view this sent me, but there's no comment section, So it is what it is, whatever, I went to their community tab, they had a post, I put a thing on there and just said, "Hey, man, I did a video about your phone, check it out." But they do, it's a cool channel. They do air shows, boat races, ATV races, demo derbies. It's all, if you're into racing and smashing up cars and stuff like that, it's a great channel for that. So, and I used quite a few little clips in there from them. And that was, I think, that was the first time I used a lot of clips. Like with Mickey, I only used one clip. I was just talking about Mickey, and I was like, she's cool. She does this and that. She likes to burp. And then I burped and let this little tinky burp out. And then I showed a clip of her ripping a huge burp.
You remember the poop chart?
I don't. Hey, Gil, with that link you posted, is it limited on how many people can try it out, or is that kind of a?
I don't think it's a limit on how many people can try it out, because I think you have to create your own account.
I'm guessing NWI was looking for that link when you dropped it, and she's like, "What's the private chat?"
The only reason, I'd be happy to give it out. Actually, you know what? Hold on.
That's why I was asking, because I'm like, I saw that comment.
I was reluctant to do that because I just didn't want them to, morning fame to, you just never know.
Like I said, I've got private message with NWI. I can always send it to her if there was.
Yeah, why don't you, if you don't mind, send it to her privately.
That's why I asked instead of just doing it. I figured I'd ask first.
Yeah, we'll do it that way for now, I suppose.
Mama. I'll send it later once I get off the stream, probably, because I gotta copy it all over and stuff.
Tammy Jackson, have a good night. Much love to you. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours, so I'm probably going to end the stream now anyway. But I did want to thank each and every one of you, and that includes you, David Producer, which I see you in the basement. Much love to you, David the Producer. It's just I was maxed out. I can't have any more than 6 up
You can
here.
get rid of me. Get him up briefly. That's very
You
rude.
want him up here real quick? All right.
He's
Well,
more
if
important
one of you
than
is
I.
willing to
Well, actually, I was going to go ahead and get off of here anyhow. If David wants to come on for a few
all right, yeah, let's get him his 15 seconds of fame, man. Thank you for being selfless like that, bud. I appreciate it. Oh, well, Angel just decided to get down. So there.
Angel, I was going to. All right.
Real sausage.
You didn't have to bring me up. I was just listening in the background, actually. I was.
That's a fraud name.
That.
I don't think I've ever been on panel with you before, David.
No, well, actually, one time we were, and you were really mean to me.
Now's his chance to get back at you.
No, I'm kidding. Of course. No, we were never on a panel together. And I didn't have to come up. I was just listening in the background. Seriously.
No,
Well, either way, it's good to see you, even if it's brief.
you don't listen from the basement. You listen with the page open. If you're in the basement, it's time to come up.
I'm a hider.
In the basement, it gets a little dangerous down there eventually.
I was seriously lurking. I logged in, right? I saw the notification. I jumped in and I was listening and getting some stuff done in the office. And all of a sudden, it goes like, and if you're lurking, hi. I'm like, I guess it's say hi.
Prompted to come out, you calling me a lurker?
Right?
I literally got this thing like 4 hours ago, this lizard. So like I was right when you were coming on, I was still finishing rearranging the office from putting this 55-gallon tank in. So I was just listening, and then I heard that. I was like, all right, I gotta go say hi.
I'm glad you guys joined. Seriously, it's been a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, this was the best 13 seconds of my life.
I am so glad that you enjoyed those 13 seconds. That's really what matters most to me. It was quality.
Yeah.
And what's
Hey,
that?
actually, I'm going out to check out that application, man.
The Morning Fame.
Yeah, that seems pretty badass.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than what I put there. It's very in depth, but it's explained in such a rudimentary way. See for yourself. In fact, can you see the comments in the private chat now that you're up here?
Yeah.
Can you see the link?
I just did a copy and paste to it.
Okay, good.
That's why he was in the basement. He just wanted the Morning Fame.
Oh,
My mother raised short kids, not stupid ones.
well said. Well done and well played.
Short, you got the real sausage out of the deal, so it's all good, right?
No,
He's not the
seriously.
real sausage. Don't even call him that. It's just an insult.
Hey, and by the way, I really needed to spend another $13 a month because I'm not spending enough monthlies these days. So, ugh.
Yeah, I hear you.
Why is everything a monthly cost now?
Because everybody's got to get their cut.
Yep.
Everybody.
And it also seems cheaper, but it's not.
Oh no.
But it does look like a better investment, doesn't it? Imagine if you say, I don't know, $150 per year or $17 a month. It just sounds more appealing because you don't have to outlay as much. But that's how people get in debt. And I'm going to say now, Dave, as you know, me, a few years ago, I made that mistake. Don't do it. Don't
The
do
nice
it.
thing
Pay it
about this,
outright.
the nice thing about this, though, is you get the first month for free, and if you decide to sign up for it, you're not obligated. They don't require a contract or anything, which is nice. So you can cancel it at any time.
I'm totally checking it out.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take off. I want to thank everybody who's been on the panel, even the 13-second wonder over there.
He hit his record.
The real sausage.
All those in the chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Much love to you, and I hope you have a great night, huh?
Thanks. You as well.
Cheers.
All right, guys.
Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
The vegetarian option. Go
Oh,
F
don't forget
yourself.
to get your
All right.
pets spayed or neutered.
All right, Bob Barker.
I'm barking, all right. See ya.
I highly recommend some Bob Ross for anyone who needs to relax.